Good day, everyone. Welcome to our online channel, Visible Change TV. We're very happy, delighted that you are continuing to support us, to subscribe, and also that you are encouraging your families and your friends to also support us by subscribing. We are giving you fresh content, and then today we are interviewing a very remarkable person. You'll hear her when she's speaking, Puseletso. I'm not good in pronouncing her surname. She will also tell us her surname. Before I go into details, please tell us about yourself, including your surname also. Please tell us about yourself, a bit of your history, where you come from, and until where you are now.
Thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity to come and share my passion with you, because I do believe this is a calling more than it is a job that I do. My name is Puseletso the I am the mindset advocate. I call myself a transformation coach because I am called here on earth to help people to clear their mental blockages and mental barriers so that they can find their purpose in the role that they're doing, whether it's at work, a profession, an entrepreneur, an executive. Those are the people we work with, while also ensuring that they are well taken care in their wellness, because I am a wellness specialist. So my name is surname is Mudimukhale.
Oh, thank you, Mudimukhale. Okay, thank
I
you.
am married to Botswana, but I am Mosotho.
Okay.
I was raised by my dad and my mom, who are in Klerksdorp, but I grew up with my grandmother, who is in Lesotho. So my tongue is very flat.
Yeah, very flat. I can tell. Yeah.
It's what
I know. I can tell. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, you know, I think I'm fortunate enough, because I once wrote an article on coaching and mentoring, but it was coaching and mentoring in the public sector. So when I heard that you are a life coach or coach, I somehow get the feeling that probably we're speaking about the same thing. But I was like, no, probably because there's a life coach, and probably there's something different. Can you maybe explain to us what is coaching, and then if there are different types of coaching? Okay.
So coaching is not counseling, it's not consulting. It is also different from mentoring. It's more future focused. So for anyone who is wanting to find clarity, maybe they're entangled into their thought patterns, trying to figure out what they must do with their life. Somebody who's going through some life-changing episode that they find themselves stuck. Somebody who's in the career path but not sure what to do. Anything that is helping you to see the brighter future and walk your journey towards setting goals of what you want to achieve in life, then you can come into a coaching session. So we see different people who even are still stuck in their past due to previous hurt, previous pains, previous our upbringing, our mental conditioning. So we help people to really overcome, in my language and in the language of this organization, because I run a company called Mind Retirement Institute. We say we retire your mind from the self-limiting beliefs, from the mind conditioning, and also from the destructive emotion, meaning that if anger, pain, guilt, and things like that have been holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself, so we will help you and give you the tools in how you can overcome that past hurt, that pain, that guilt, that kind of episode that every time when you want to move on in life, you always get scared to say, what if I fail? What if I attract a man who won't love me, who will hurt me again? But how can we then help you rise above that? So that is Mind Retirement Institute, and that's our role, because everything is in the mind. We believe that the power lies in our mind. Whatever we think, we manifest. So at the end of the day, whatever we're sitting on now, somebody thought about it to say this is the design that can be, and then they produced it. So if we cannot own our power by controlling what's in our mind, and we constantly feed and give power to negative thought, or we always not monitor the way we react and behave, because everything that we think, it results into action. So that's where we have to help you know yourself better, see what triggers you, see what are the things that you are good at, what are your skills, how can you bring this to create what you want. So it is a very to me it's where my passion lies, because when I see that change and transformation of someone who were lacking confidence and now all of a sudden they boldly approach life and live beyond the circumstances, because you can come from poverty but you are not, it's not defining you. You can be able not to use it as a pity or something that is actually preventing you to dream big and rise above it. I like Rise because I know your partner's name is Rise. I feel like I've been
Thank you.
But anyhow, I hope I'm clear about the explanation.
I know you put it very clear. I remember when I was still at varsity, there was one lecturer who was asked us, and she said, ask yourself, who are you? And then I'll say, I'm Hlulani Magomani. And then she would repeat the same question, and then she wanted me to give a different answer. And then, like, I think on the third time when she was asking the question, I could not even tell who am I, you know. So I think what you're doing really actually like makes a person to discover themselves, like who are they. So now your field, I was trying to get where does in academia, where do you place your field? Is it social work? Is it in psychology? Where does it fall?
Yes, it falls on the wellness space, because we work with HR as well in terms of academic side, where we deal with employee staff development, executive coaching, but mostly I think life coaching specifically will fall on the wellness side, because it's about your well-being, your ability to grow and become the better person in life, and also working towards your own development.
Nice.
But then, as you indicated earlier, there are different types of coaching. Life coaching is the one, business coaching, sports coaching, spiritual coach. You get people say, I have a finance coach. So you can find a coach which is personalized. And in the business, we say industry specific type of coach, or a mentor is the person who has been in that field industry who can specifically work with you. And indeed, I mean, it doesn't, when you're a life coach, it doesn't mean that you can make a good business coach. And vice versa, because I've seen good business coaches but who don't have even emotional intelligence, or who don't have how to unleash potential in this person. They don't know the tools and the how, because they don't know how to change that type of the mindset and so on. However, you can, if you study through different channels, you can learn how to be a business mentor, how to be an executive coach, how to be a life coach. And I am all that, and I've studied through various institutions. Wow,
nice. I think we're in the right place with the right person. Thank you very much for this clarity. I don't see. In fact, it's very difficult for me to meet a person who says, I once attended a life coach, I was with this life coach and all that. So what are the perceptions around life of coaching, in fact? Or let me just be specific on life coaching, because I don't remember meeting anyone saying that they are coming from a session, they were with a life coach. So what are the perceptions? Are people wanting to experience this, or is just for certain people?
It's not, I believe that life coaching is, there's different perception about it. It depends on also what a person feel and want at the time. And it's not a black or white thing, it's people's thing. And it's about also being empowered enough to understand that there is somebody or something out there that can assist me, work with me, not to challenge me, because people see life coaching as if it's a drunkard's den, where a person is going to point out all your mistakes and is going to tell you about your failures and look at your life and start bringing out the past that you don't want to come into forth. So they always become very reserved or hesitant to approach that, because of coaching on its own. It's not an easy journey to have a coach. I can tell you now that it's not all relationships that I have that we understand, or we come to a point where a person commit 100%. Some take up packages where they have to have about 6 or 12 sessions. On the third session, the person is starting to hold back. And as a coach, you will have to know how to change that mindset, because when a person holds back, it does not mean that as a coach, you are doing something wrong. It's just that the person normally are not ready to face themselves. The people are not ready to be kept accountable. A person has set goals, but it was just a wish. But when it comes to the implementation time, then they are not going to do the work. And because they already find it challenging that I have to do 1, 2, 3, and I have to be, somebody's going to keep me accountable. Already they realize, I committed myself to something that I wasn't ready for. So, but it is for those that are really ready and are tired of being tired. They're tired of being broke. They're tired of themselves from their laziness and from their procrastination, self-criticism, all these things that we have that are really, we can tell that if I don't change this behavior, I'm affected negatively. If I do not change this pattern, I'm not going anywhere in life. If I don't change my behavior of not saving money, I will end up struggling in the future. So it's about how much do you want that? And what is it that you want to achieve? And if you have tried it on your own and you realize that I have not succeeded, then try it with the coach. That is why you see people who are trying to lose weight, they end up also sometimes finding a physical coach who can assist them with the training, with the skills, and to also support them in their journey.
Oh, nice. You know, it's like I'm being captured already, you know.
Are you signing up?
Very soon you're going to have a client. Okay. I know that you have mentioned the importance of coaching in one of the answers that you were giving me. But I wanted you to be specific now. Why do you say coaching is important?
Okay.
Why should I attend your coaching?
Yes. So depending on the type of coaching you are going for, let's talk about business coaching for a change. For anyone who is looking for a coach, of course, they're looking into improving their bottom line. And secondly, you are looking into learning a new skill and improving or gaining new knowledge. And thirdly, you need somebody who can keep you accountable and help you in the journey, especially because entrepreneurship is not an easy journey. You get the pitfalls, sometimes the cul-de-sac, sometimes the speed humps. So those things need someone who can help you navigate through them. And also coaching is about able to be sufficient so that you don't create a codependency. There are people who always, that you will even see with the behavior of saying, I want to start a business, but I'm looking for a business partner. Then the question is, why can't you do it on your own? It's because they don't trust themselves to do it. So that is why, even with coaching, you will find that when you have a coach, you are excelling, but the moment you don't have a coach, you don't trust yourself. But that is why then you have to really also deal with your personal development, because some of the strongholds are sitting with your inability to grow within yourself. Many businesses are failing based on the owner's ability to grow. So the business can grow as high as your growth as an owner. And if you don't develop yourself alongside your business, you might find that your business expand or escalate or expand beyond your knowledge, and you find that you are struggling to manage the growth within your own business.
Wow. Great. Like, I want to go to the second part of my questions on money retirement. You mentioned something about money retirement, but before I go there, I'm interested in, like, you mentioned something about emotional intelligence, and something just popped in my mind that has to deal with a growth mindset. So what is your understanding of growth mindset, and how do you apply it to your clients or to yourself?
So a growth mindset is the mind that is always looking and seeing possibilities. It's not the one when, like for instance, our minds were tested during lockdown, during COVID pandemic. I mean, those who could see opportunities in the midst of that, are surviving and are thriving now. But there are those who saw it's the end of the world, and then it paralyzed them to a point that now they are struggling. So a growth mindset is always innovative. It's always looking at the positive side of things. It's the one that is not limited because of what it sees with the eyes. So the eyes doesn't define the ability to achieve more. It's just about the vision that you have. So that's how I would define a growth mindset. It's about somebody who's open and who's also open to be challenged, to be also open to see things from different perspectives, but not one.
Wow, you know, I think I can spend the whole day asking you about the mind. I think I'm interested in this topic, you know. There are so many things that are coming to my mind, but I'm just respecting the time now. Like when I learned about you, I find that you said something that you are a life coach, and also you are a mind retirement, I don't know, practitioner or something. So I thought it's one thing in the beginning, but now I'm sensing that maybe something, there's some difference in somewhere. So can you explain what is that and how are you doing it in your business?
So life coaching and mind retirement are one.
Okay.
However, I prefer mind retirement because it's uniquely to me.
Okay. I see. Okay, I see.
However, how it is applied in my organization, we first start by assessing if a person comes through the door and say, I'm looking for a life coach. We will first understand their needs and see their commitment level, and then we'll do an assessment to check whether in terms of if it's about their own personal growth, in terms of where their blockages or their limiting beliefs are, and then from there we will start working with them or through what we call personal development journey. So the journey can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be 12 months. It depends on the budget as well, and also it depends on the things, a number of items a person prioritize as these are the things to do for this current time. So then we start there. Along the journey we do progress review to see how are you doing. Somehow we'll also put you into the tests and so that you can see how you react to when certain things that you are trying to deal with are happening. Sometimes we will also you will experience change, and it's even that is visible because people will start noticing the difference in how in your behavior pattern and in other ways and how you conduct yourself or how you respond to things as well, to life in general. So but other than that, our coaching is we have seen quite good results with everyone whom we have seen, whether in the business space, in executive space. Just yesterday, I think I've posted something on my LinkedIn as a feedback from one of the corporate clients that I was looking after and the employees who were very satisfied about the results that it has produced, and also looking forward to more, because also remember, many people think to change your life it takes a minute. It's just like all of a sudden snap out of it. It's not. It's not. I mean, it's not a microwave process. It's a lifelong journey. Yes. You just have to find the tools and the know-how so that whenever you find yourself down, you can always lift yourself up. So we have to make sure that whatever we teach you now, you can apply it in other areas of your life, because you are not all about business. You're also a father, you are a minister, you are a community worker, you are a student. So how do you apply yourself in those fields when you are being challenged or when you want to achieve something in that space?
So I know that you are dealing with the mind, but you cannot tell me because you are dealing with the mind, then you don't go through challenges in life and also in your business. So I don't want to go into your life like specifically, but I want in your business environment. What kind of challenges do you come across, and how do you work on them? How do you overcome them?
Coaches are human beings. we do go through moments where we doubt ourselves as well. But we don't stay long there because we know it's not going to serve me. We always find a way of bouncing back, or finding a way to turn back to the path that we have paid for ourselves. There are a lot of challenges that are happening in business that are happening, maybe that you can change, and things that are outside of your control. When COVID hit, it was outside of our control, and we were all challenged because now it affected our income. So it's a matter of now, do I wait till it's over, or do I find a new way of approaching and still do business? And lucky, and I must say, before COVID, we used to do a lot of this face-to-face where clients would walk through the door and I sit down here with them, or even some of the coaches that are under Mind Retirement, because I don't work alone, whom they would come to an office and be able to work. So now we are virtual, and it has even opened more doors outside of our local area. We are now starting to connect with people all over the world, and we can get business all over the world. So it's a matter of, we had to change our mindset of it's not the end, we need to find another way of going around. But there was a time we sat and said, now what are we gonna do? But then in that, we did not dwell and sit and become paralyzed. We started testing different things, and then we found something that works. But the perception of thinking that a doctor doesn't cure themselves, you have always said that. We ourselves as coaches, we have coaches. When we find ourselves stuck, you all have to find your coach. And that's a person who's outside of your emotions, because we get entangled in our emotions. And to a point that when I'm faced with that problem, I know there is a coach that I can reach out to and say, how would you deal with these circumstances? And the coach is not going to give me an answer, but they are going to help me mind the answer within me, and then come up with the solution and that I can apply.
Wow, nice. Our Visible Change followers, we are very happy to have met Puseletso, and I think also you are also very happy that you have learned some of the things that maybe you took them for granted. We'll organize more interviews with Puseletso to also touch on some of the things that she mentioned, and we did not have time to address them. We're sorry for that, but time, I think, is limited also, and they say time wasted shall never be regained. But before I let Puseletso go, let her give you one advice or two advices, or any advice that she has, just to leave the word with you.
My final word to everyone who's listening to this YouTube channel: you're not here by mistake. Perhaps you are called to listen to this because your time for a new change has come. So don't hesitate to reach out to Mind Retirement Institute and to reach out to us to assist you. But remember, you are worthy. You deserve better in life, and your circumstances do not define who you are. We can help you clarify your mind, to clarify your path, and to see yourself in the future, because at the end of the day, I think we are created by God, and He said we can take dominance over the things of the earth. So let us not be fearful, and let us overcome procrastination and all the limiting things that are restricting us from becoming our best version. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're going to put her details also on the screen. But just one last thing. You know, I've been asking one last thing. How your potential clients are going to find you?
So when you're looking for us, the easy way of accessing us, just type #Mind Retirement, or else my name is Puseletso Magomani. I'm Googleable. So if you can put it on Google, you'll find our contact details. We are on social media. We are on our website, Mind Retirement. But more than anything, I would like you to come on our Facebook group called Retired Community, because that's where life changes.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Continue to subscribe on our channel. Encourage your family, friends to subscribe. We're going to give you the fresh content that will help you in your life and in every aspect: trading, finances, business, work, anything. We are there for you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.